You were complaining that maybe you were falling down the card in order, and then suddenly you get a call, and it's your first co-main event, I believe. How excited are you to actually still show that star power and be at the top of the bill?
Oh, it feels good. Actually, my first ever UFC fight was a co-main event. It was on a fight night. It wasn't a great card, but it was a co-main.
Cool. How are we feeling about this matchup? And is it the opportunity for you to fight a good striker who can give you opportunities on the feet to show off your skills once again?
Yeah, 100%. Someone like Song is going to bring the best out of me. He's very durable, explosive, hungry, experienced. Very, very difficult fight for me, but I'm excited for the challenge.
We joke about the whole placement on the card and your star power somehow going away, but does that stuff ever really play on your mind? The idea that people are starting to lose belief in me or anything like that?
No, not really. I think I was trying to fight earlier in the year, but I think UFC wanted me on the Paramount card for a reason. And that says everything I need to know. We're still a draw. We're still here. I'm in a good spot.
Now, the first face-off with Song did have a little bit of controversy to it with the COVID face mask. Curious if you would explain why you chose to wear that and maybe a bit of regret of it or not. How are you feeling about it now?
Yeah, my intentions were never, harmful. It's supposed to be a little silly joke. It was that, and got taken out. I apologize if I offended anybody.
And then looking, not to look past Song, obviously, but past this fight, obviously, if you win, you're right back there. The Peter rematch will be massive. There's other big fights for you with Umar and Marab. Where do you see yourself in the division should you get the win on Saturday?
I mean, it's got to be me versus Peter next if I go out there and take care of business. If not, I don't know. I just feel like I'm kind of trying to manifest that. I think I go out there and put on a beautiful performance. Me versus Peter at the White House is huge.
Sean, right here. At one point, you and Song were kind of the young bantamweights coming up, kind of circling each other. So, was Song always a name that you kind of assumed you would have to fight at some point in your careers?
Yeah. I mean, I never really. Yeah, I mean, he definitely was. I kind of assume I'm gonna fight, anybody on the roster. I never really thought of him specifically, but over the last few years, yeah, definitely is on the radar.
He said he's known about this fight for quite a while, and he was curious if you did too. So he was just in here before you did. So how far back did you get the name Song Yadong for this fight?
It's been a few months, like November, maybe October. Like it's been a while. I just, was. Yeah, it's been a while.
Has it felt like just one long camp preparing for Song?
No, I definitely didn't overdo the fight camp. My last 4 fight camps were you starting at 12 weeks, and it was a lot. So definitely, didn't overdo the fight camp.
We've heard, a fighter like Dominic Cruz has said, preparing for a 5-round title fight is just mentally and physically, it's just different, and that kind of caught up to him after a while. And he says fans just kind of don't understand what it's like to prepare for that many title fights back to back. So to kind of understand that kind of aspect now.
100%. It's a lot. It's a lot mentally, physically. Yeah, it is a lot, but that's what that's our goal is to be in title fights. So, not complaining, but it definitely is a lot that people probably don't even understand until you've actually done it.
And do you feel like your name is kind of maybe bigger than the UFC title in the minds of fans that maybe they don't watch every fight, but they tune in because they kind of recognize your name? Because a guy like Conor doesn't necessarily have to be fighting for the title for fans to tune in.
Yes and no. I run into a lot of people who are like, "Hey, bro, huge fan. I don't really watch fighting, but we love you." So I get that. Every time I go anywhere. Not a huge UFC guy, but we love you. So I'd say a little bit.
I saw a video of you saying that your goal was to still become the biggest star in this promotion. So I guess what is the path to that, assuming you beat Song Yadong after Saturday?
Yeah, beat Song Yadong, beat Peter Yan. Like that, those two. I mean, that'll get me there.
Can I ask what is doing well? You keep posting about on social media.
Yeah, it's a company that I'm starting. I'm not even taking any investors. Really putting my own money into it, putting my own passion into it. It's a performance electrolyte drink mix right now. It's going to branch off into more supplements, but it's going to be third-party tested, made with organic ingredients, top quality, premium product that I've been doing it, started it like a year ago and really trying to figure out and learn the business of growing a business. And it's been fun. We actually got the packets, the samples, the official product for the first time. I got to see it in the mail today. and it's beautiful.
How hands-on are you with kind of the creation of
Oh, 100% of it. Like, you know, everything from I actually went out to the manufacturers, sampled, taste tested, logo, the shipping company, the storage company, every aspect of the entire business. I've been on phone calls, and it's been fun. I learned a lot.
When do you think the public can get this?
Within the next couple weeks, it'll be officially out there and ready to go.
Sean, right in front of you. We're coming up on, in March, it'll be 2 years since the last time you got a win. And obviously, you know, it looks different because it's been the title fights with Merab and stuff. But like, you know, all this stuff, getting a fight with Piotr, all those things aside, like how much are you just craving having that feeling again on Saturday night?
Yeah, I didn't think about it like that. It has been a minute. Yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna feel good. 2025 was the first year I hadn't had a win that I fought in 15 years. So, you know, it was definitely, life was still good. I've been saying it's probably one of the best years I've ever had, just as a person outside of fighting, just in general. But it would be nice to be able to add a win to the life experience again.
Yeah, and adding things to the resume, what would you be more happy with after this fight? If you got a bonus, became the first bantamweight with 10 bonuses, or get a knockout and tie TJ Dillashaw for most KOs in bantamweight history?
I mean, that sounds like it's a 2-for-1. I get a knockout, I'm getting a bonus, so let's get them both.
Any idea what kind of bonus you're fighting for on Saturday?
No. Oh, no, you gonna tell me something? Are you
No,
asking me?
we still don't know. I didn't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah.
No.
Question, just ready. You were talking about clinic performance on Saturday. Do you have some precise prediction on how the fight will go? Like a perfect shot, a round, something like Mystic or O'Malley?
Boom, boom. Hand raise. I don't know how we're getting it done, but we're gonna get it done.
Second question, it's about the next fight you were talking about, the rematch against Petrian. How do you think in a 5 rounds fight it can be different? Who's advantage? Who have the advantage in a 5 rounds fight? The last one was in 3 rounds. So can you talk about that?
Yeah, I mean the thing about fighting is we get to see, we get to find out. Well, hopefully, I gotta go take care of Song. I don't want to talk like, you know, Song's nothing. Song's a very difficult challenge. But 5 rounds, me versus Peter, it makes it interesting.
Thanks.
Sean, what do you see in Song Yadong that people are underestimate, and where do you believe he is most dangerous to you?
I mean, he's got power in his hands. He's a powerful, fast. He's, you know, some guys are powerful, but they're not that, you know, not that quick. Some guys are really quick. They don't hit that hard. Song's got both. Song is powerful and fast.
And how important is a statement finish here in terms of jumping back ahead of guys like Umar and Figueiredo in that title conversation?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, if I go out there and get the job done, it's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun fight. So just going out there and getting the win, I believe, will be enough.
There's Sean over here. Just one. You made some headlines for comments that, you know, 2026 could be the last year of your career. I mean, you're a young guy. There's a lot of guys who haven't fought yet. I mean, can you clarify just how realistic or just how long you see yourself still staying in the sport, especially if you get these wins?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just going with the flow. You know, I'm going with, there's not a date. There's not an amount of fights. It's a feeling. Once I feel like I'm done, I'm done.
Do you think about, you know, like, let's say you were to retire at the end of this year. What do you think you'd be, you know, you're a young guy. What do you think you'd be doing? What do you think you'd like to really pursue just in your life?
Business, doing well. I'm gonna, you know, want to make doing well massive. And, you know, I don't see myself being done fighting at the end of this year. Like, as long as I'm healthy, as long as my body can fight, it's gonna be, I'm gonna fight.
Thank you.
Sean over here. You've mentioned you like fighting 3 rounds. It's been a while. How excited are you to potentially become the 3-round bantamweight champion on Saturday night?
Yeah, it'll feel good to be the first 3-round bantamweight champion. Something I've always dreamed of, and I'm excited to go out there and get the belt.
Hey, Sean, it's going to be a very materialistic question, but we have Dana White that now has a yacht and he spent 10 days on it and he still didn't see the end of it. It was so big. We have got Arman Sarukian who's got so much money he doesn't know what to do with it. At the end of your career, what do you want to achieve if you have some stuff that you want to achieve financially, or is there other stuff that you want to buy that you still cannot? What does it look like?
You know, I think just adding to my compound. I got a good amount of acres out in Arizona. I'd like to, you know, buy up some more land and build some more houses and just have my brother and sister and mom and dad and just kind of have the whole family live on the compound. And, you know, that's where I would spend, you know, the money that I'm going to make is doing stuff like that.